not a radio show.
It's not.
But it's modeled after one. You feel what I'm saying?
Keep
So
rolling.
It's been rolling the whole time.
Y'all been doing y'all thing.
We appreciate y'all.
Most definitely.
Like
I
said,
got a question.
y'all
Do y'all
make
think we should roll this whole just one big episode and just should we leave it as an episode and cut it like into two parts?
Part two?
Yeah, because the flow so good. I don't want to stop it and reintroduce it. Yeah, say less. We just gonna keep rolling. Let's do it.
I like that. Okay.
So that part what we was talking about with Drewski, because like we was talking about this the other day. People don't they don't know what success look like in the beginning stages when you're building. They only know what it looks like. They only know how to identify it when it's at that end stage. So when you're going through it, they can't identify it or even understand it. So as I was telling my mom, me and my mom had a great conversation the other day. That's why I keep mentioning her. Yeah. We were saying like people don't understand or even can't even realize what it looks like. So you can't get mad at them when they're not supporting it because they've never known anybody to go on that path of greatness, or even to per se themselves, they've never been on that path themselves. So how can you really expect them to identify it if they've never seen somebody go through it or went through it themselves?
I think a lot of times too, like you said, they haven't identified it, so then they label it something that's outlandish, like, oh, you're an industry plant. Like just because you haven't seen someone reach that success doing what they do and being themselves, and they found their niche, right? Mm-hmm. They found the point of where they fit into whatever algorithm, whatever lane that they're in, and they've made it look good and successful. Doesn't mean they didn't put in any groundwork. Like us in the podcast, we putting in the groundwork, right? We've talked about this in our past episodes where once we get to a certain amount of success, it may look like, oh, they was already there. The whole time. Like, oh, you did that though. Y'all gotta be industry plants or y'all gotta be working with the Illuminati. Like it always is something outlandish to me. Like, oh man, y'all came from money. Or like, man, it can't be that we just put in the work, we stayed solid, we stayed consistent, we stayed down for our come up. Yep. I think a lot of people want that instant gratification, that instant success, and we've alluded to that on the episodes prior as well. That microwave success, and it doesn't work like that. Yeah. If you go back and look at Drewski and he got him on his Instagram. I'm not mistaken,
the records are there for people to see.
Like he didn't have a haircut, had some old clothes on, making park ball,
bro. His old skits was, bro, undefeated, bro.
In an old Tahoe that looked like it was 2019. I'm sorry, 1999. Excuse my language. 2001 old Tahoe where he was like literally had me and Zay sending it to each other while we watching in college football playing. Like, man, you remember the times where like
his skits got me through college,
man, what? So. You can't label it something that you just because you don't know.
Just because you didn't see his process, somebody did see that process,
and somebody respects it. Yeah. And the people that saw it and respect it are his true
the ones that matter
supporters. Exactly. That's who we do the content for.
Because even the part you had something else to say.
He's not doing it for the quick ones. Mm-hmm. So
even about the part with the Illuminati, because. Well, I'll be honest. When I first got into my spiritual awakening, thing, I was into like the conspiracies and who was in Illuminati and who's not. Mm-hmm. But for one, I realized that doesn't affect my life at all. No. Like who was in the if that person did turn out to be in the Illuminati or whatever, how does that change or affect my life? Enhance it? It doesn't. Two, I started to grow and elevate as a person. Then I started to think. I don't want nobody saying I'm in the Illuminati. Feel me? So, hey, bro, I ain't got nothing else to say.
I ain't got nothing else. I started putting
in perspective. I'm like, how would I feel if somebody said I was a part of the Illuminati? In the whole Illuminati thing, the original sense was it was the illuminated ones for people who don't know what the Illuminati really is. But that's
talk your shit, Zay.
Hey, bro, they're not ready for that.
Illuminated one.
So, man,
let them cook, Zay.
They ain't ready for that.
No,
but just for layman terms, the people who. What people usually associate Illuminati with, I had to think like I don't want to be, you know what I mean? Like just because I got to a certain level of success,
the cult version of whatever y'all think people who have given up something that is deemed valuable in this day and age, whether it be a family member or something, some sort of their personality to be successful. I feel like I ain't gonna get into Illuminati talk, but you can't act like somebody has given up something that they have or a piece of their personality just to be successful. Mm-hmm. Some people literally grinded. Yeah. Some people they did give up some of something. Yeah. They sacrificed something.
They sacrificed, but it wasn't people. Like
it might have been sacrificed going to the club for 3 years. Yeah. They might not have touched the club scene. They might have not may have not went out and visited friends that often. They may have not went to the mall and splurged.
That's sacrifice.
That's a sacrifice. That's not nothing. They didn't let no group of people come kill their brother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because I seen one athlete where he was saying like, I can't remember, it was some big time athlete. He's like, yeah, I had to sacrifice family. There's people in the comments, oh, he sacrificed it. It's like, it was Bron. I sacrificed time with my family. Like, bro.
Yeah, stop looking
you're
too
reaching,
deep. Come
bro.
on, man.
Like, come on,
like you really, like, come on, be real, man. Y'all gotta stop understanding, like, y'all gotta stop thinking that people are soulless beings, right, bro. Like
these people are human
beings.
And
now it is some out there.
It's some out there. We understand that.
It is some out there, but why I gotta be your people that's the soulless ones?
My biggest thing.
My thing. Why I gotta be somebody?
Y'all know why.
Hey, bro.
Even my conditioning has been conditioned.
Yeah, that's real. That programming. They programmed to think like if 5 people get
the only way you can make it.
The only way you can
make it is if you have given something that is of value to be able to be in this position. No way you could do it by the power of your being. No way you can do it by something that you were blessed with.
Through righteousness. It got to be through evil.
It got to be through some evil.
That's so sick, bro.
That's terrible.
That's crazy.
That gets me heated.
Yo, like.
No way you could do it the right way, though, Zay. Like, no way you could go outside and put in the groundwork with your brand and put in the groundwork in your podcast and then become a multi-millionaire, billionaire type of guy.
Of doing
you
it.
Can't.
Wow, bro. That's such a limiting
That's a slave mentality.
It is, bro.
That's a slave mentality. They, like you said, even your condition has been conditioned.
That's a bar, bro.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, we got to get out of that victim mindset that we can't do something. That affects the whole culture.
Yep.
That makes us lesser than what we really came here to be and what we can be. Mm-hmm. I can't stand. I
read a book by James Allen called "As a Man Thinketh," and pretty much the whole premise of the book was, "As a man thinketh, so he becomes." Mm-hmm. So if you think that you can't do something without an evil hand in it, that's going to be your reality. Because not only are you thinking that, but it's going to be time periods where you're speaking that out into the universe. Mm-hmm. So that's going to show up into your real life to where I can't do it unless an evil hand is involved.
We don't have
like
to
we don't understand that righteousness, God like always win. Like this is what it is. So, and it's so crazy. People give so much power to demonic spirits and low entities that they don't even realize that they're doing it. It's like you saying the only way you can be successful is through a evil vow spirit or a evil vow mechanism.
Energy, entity.
Come on, bro.
Literally, and by you speaking them up, you're literally giving them the power to continue to infest those that aren't
they become bigger.
Come on, that aren't even supposed to be in that realm. Yep. You can't speak them, man. Y'all giving these evil people the platform, and they don't even deserve the platform. Why? Because they really don't even have to do anything anymore because y'all are speaking on them.
Right.
I don't speak up, man. Bron is successful because Bron put in that work.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant is successful because he put in the work. Go look at it. He ain't have to give up no son or no unborn child, flesh and blood. Man, man. Some stuff is just, it came and it went. Mm-hmm. Stop trying to get into all this detail and conspiracy this, conspiracy that. Right. Now, there's certain things like,
some of that stuff happens, we understand. But back to my point, you spend so much time, and this is my thing, like, because I've talked to a lot of, like, spiritual women, like, you know, and, like, a big thing that comes across from A big thing that they focus on is like Illuminati talk, conspiracies. Like that's cool, but what is that doing for your life? How does it you
affect
spend
you?
so much time and energy on trying to figure out if that person is a part of a cult or whatnot?
You haven't elevated yourself.
You haven't
at all.
elevated yourself. So what is that like? What are you getting out of that?
I think a lot of the times too is we speaking on it, right? And you're not doing anything to get in the realm to even figure out if it is the truth or not.
Right.
Like get in the realm.
You'll never know because
get
you
in
never,
that area.
Right.
If you become that successful, get in that area to where like
You'll know for sure. You'll get your answer.
Have you can't what them Gillian Wallow doing? You ever got to talk,
Yeah.
bro? Like they
You gonna get your
asking you
answer.
like because they been in the area where some folks then probably asked them
Right,
like,
bro.
hey, can y'all come out here and have a talk? Or like they visited your house and said, hey, look, we want to talk to you about some investments or doing this. Because they might have been in that area.
Yeah.
They're asking people of that status. They asked the Desi Banks, they asked the Drewskis, hey, have you had a talk with somebody?
Right.
Now, who do we know it is, or who
Yeah.
could it be?
We'll never know, bro. As an outside looking in, you'll never know. That's my point. So it just why put so much energy and attention to
It's not my job to find out.
It's not your job to find out. And why do you care so much? It's like the attachment you have with some of these people is so unhealthy to where you gotta know something about them. Why?
And you know, when people are in that mind frame, we always realize that a lot of times people are so attached to other people because they aren't attached to themselves. They don't have the mental capacity to sit with themselves in silence, seek to understand like, okay, I need to be moving a certain way in my life. You know, I need to figure out what my purpose is or figure out how I can be a better individual. But when you have all these things distracting you, it's easy to go on YouTube and go down a rabbit hole of Illuminati.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can spend a goddamn whole year doing that. You ain't got to do nothing
They
with
got-
your life. You ain't got to
Bro,
go to work. You ain't got to eat. You
Nothing.
ain't got to do nothing but just sit there, right?
That's a
So
bar,
it's
bro.
easy to do that because you don't have to think.
Yeah.
When you got to think about your reality,
That's a bar.
shit get real.
That's
Yeah,
boy, hey.
you got to sit in
Y'all
them
will see
thoughts.
him on the next episode for sure.
Derek is
bro.
coming on the next episode. Like, he will be on the next episode. Brother Derek. Yeah.
Bro, but that's a bar though, bro. Because like you said, it don't take much to think about these because a lot of them are already laid out. You just this
Somebody has
person
already
doing
done
this.
the thinking
They've
for
done
you.
the thinking for you. Just this person doing this and that. But when it comes to you coming up with a business plan, coming up with a game plan, a blueprint of how you gonna elevate yourself, that you got to get in that think chamber of really what I need to do for this.
And that self-realization. We talked about that with Jazzy, like that realization of where you are, your actual footprint on this earth.
Not delusion.
Like no delusion. Like where am I? Like am I even in the realm to even be? Do I even have time to even be thinking about this or watching these videos? Man, hell no.
Dude, you don't, bro. Most of you don't, bro.
Like I don't got no time to be
Right.
getting into this. I really don't. Me personally, it's so many things that I could do to elevate myself, to elevate those around me, to propel my future or my present self to my future. That I can't sit here and I'm not gonna watch a 3-hour-long Illuminati video about the 13 families, the Rothschilds.
It
Now,
changes
don't get me
nothing for
wrong.
me.
Educate yourself.
For sure. Being the knowing of certain
Educate
things.
yourself.
Most def.
Don't be ignorant or don't have a level of unknown knowledge, but
Don't let it
educate
consume you,
yourself.
bro.
Yeah, you can't let it consume you. And I think there's a lot of people that have let those conspiracies consume them. And
Like Derek said, it's easier, bro.
it's
It's easy.
it's find out for yourself. That's why I'm out here living.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
That's a bar. That's the best way to find out.
Find out yourself.
Live,
I'm
bro.
out here
Live
living.
life.
You will see the stuff. Some stuff
If
can't
it's meant
hide.
for you to be seen, it's gonna reveal,
Some
bro.
stuff can't hide.
And we're in the age of Aquarius. All things must be brought to light. So if it's meant for you to be seen and it's meant to be exposed,
Come on, man.
it will get exposed. Cat Williams kicked off this year that
Come
way
on,
for a
man.
reason.
He letting y'all
that
know.
That was alignment. Like that meant to happen.
And to me, that's you putting yourself in the know right there. Like watching that video, that was a sense of enlightenment of the comedic industry.
Yeah.
He put some stuff out there, and now you see everybody going on that podcast and that platform,
Yeah.
spilling their truth.
Right.
So now we're getting more, like you said, enlightenment. We it's coming to light. Cool. Once you do that, don't dwell on it.
yeah.
Indulge in it a little bit, and go on about your day.
Right. Because if you really break down those type of interviews, when those people talk, they give you information about the other people. But at the end of the day, one of Cat's main messages was, believe in yourself, go within, bro. That's if you really decipher that message you was
Be
giving,
yourself.
bro. Be yourself. Go within. Listen to your intuition, bro.
And the only reason I'm on this show is to speak my truth, and I don't care who come behind me and do whatever.
That's they business.
I'm letting y'all know my truth. I'm speaking my truth, and
Right,
like
bro.
you said, I'm being myself. You can't change me. I didn't let the industry change me or whatever. Those around the industry change me. This is who I am. This is the way I perceive myself. This is the way people have perceived me, and I'm gonna let y'all be, and I'm going about my day because y'all ain't making me no money. If I'm sitting here speaking on this every time I go to an interview, every time I get on a podcast, every time I get on a platform, every time I go and do a show, if I speak on this every single time, it's not gonna make me any money.
Right.
I'm elevating myself because I care about myself. You see, he went on Joe Rogan the next few months.
Yep.
Man, I'm trying to tell y'all some more enlightened stuff. I ain't trying to spend too much time on that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's cool and all, but let me talk about this.
Right. That's
So,
real, bro. A point I want to touch on, right? Because I've seen a couple people, J. Cole, for instance, for example, he said, and I think a lot of people misunderstood what he was saying, but he said you want to be in that space of delusion. We've talked about this before, but the delusion he was talking about had work attached to it.
Yeah.
Had the process of going through the dirty work attached to it. It wasn't just because I see this a lot with our generation. People just think just be delusional. It's gonna come about. That's not the delusion he meant. He meant to basically be living the life you want to live, but still be doing the work to align with that.
It's like we always said growing up, and I speak on us growing up because we was just so close.
For sure.
We always carried ourselves as if we were famous, right? Or if we was him or her.
Yeah, right.
Like, we didn't have to say that.
Keep going,
We didn't
bro.
have to say that. Like, we always carried ourselves as if we were, and not to say we walked in a party and, you know what I'm saying, had our head up, we didn't know nobody. Nah, we always carried ourselves as professionals. Like, you could never
It's
see
natural,
us acting out of character.
Yeah.
Like, and if you did, one of us was going to check each other like, hey, bro, don't do it
Or
like
even
that.
somebody else that's close to it, like, what y'all? That ain't y'all, bro.
That
Like,
ain't
that
you.
ain't y'all.
And a lot of people be like, nah, that is me. Or they'll try to beef it up and be like, nah, I'm like that. Nah, you right. That ain't me, bro. I was out of character. Appreciate you for checking me because you know my character, my true character. You know who I am day in and day out. So I appreciate that. And it's oftentimes that people have caught us just out of character or doing something that wasn't of our character or our natural state. And they've called us and they say, hey, brother, like, oh, you acting different. Oh, yeah, I am acting different. So then we had to check ourselves, but majority of the time, man, we carrying ourselves as if we have reached a certain status. And we continue to do that. How we go about doing things, like I said, being in 3 Milli Studios, like, we didn't want to start off with no rink-a-dink sit-up. Like, nah, man, we trying to really do it. So
it's all about carrying yourself who you plan on being in the future.
You feel
That's
me?
what I mean. And it's not even about faking the funk. It's just it's character. You got to spend a bunch of money to be who you're gonna be.
Nope.
It's all about character, how you carry yourself.
And it's about consistently doing that.
Yep.
If
That's
you
a bar.
consistently being that person, you're going to become that person, right? You consistently treating yourself as if you are at a certain status or celebrity status, or if you want to be a celebrity, if you want to be famous, rich and famous, if you continue to have that mindset or that self-delusion, then you're going to become that.
Yeah.
Now, you can't be sitting here not going to work, sitting on your mama couch, smoking weed all day, thinking you finna blow up off rapping.
That's a
just
delusion a lot of y'all got. I be seeing y'all in the comments, oh yeah, I'm just going to be delusional until it happens. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
That's not. You got to be putting in the work behind the delusion. So basically, it's carrying yourself
So it's not. It's not really
No,
delusion.
it's not delusion.
That's
You're carrying yourself at the next level that you want to reach.
Right,
You got to learn, grow, and go. At the end of the day,
Right.
You learn what you need to know, and then you grow into being able to be fit for the next role. So I learned from this role what we doing, how we gonna do it. We're learning at this point.
Right.
We're growing into our next role. Once we grow into that next role, we're going to go into something that we never thought we could be.
Right.
So a lot of people think that it's delusion, but it's not really delusion. It's you carrying yourself to that next level because nobody else's job is to do that but yours.
Yep.
At the end of the day. But going into how we had a mindset of, I think you was about to go to the next topic, which is what makes you him.
Hey, this is
or
why
her.
this is my dog, bro. This is literally.
I knew that. What makes you him or
yes,
her?
bro. What are the qualifications of being him or her? Because I see that. I see you, mom.
Yeah, it's getting late. It's getting late.
She said, "You good?"
It's getting late.
But
Bye
the
bye.
qualifications of being him or her is like, what are those? Because I see, and and our generation got it bad. Everybody is him. Everybody is her. Everybody is that girl, it girl, like the one. Is there qualifications of being him or her, or is it more so? Is it self-validation talk? Is it ego talk? Is it to lift you up, or is it really like, is it a certain standard that you have to hold yourself to really be qualified him or her, or is it just anybody can just say it? Like, if we can just, like, I just want to get it figured out, because I think it's blurred lines out here, bro.
It is blurred lines. I feel like in certain situations you may not be him or her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like in certain aspects, because to be him, right? Okay, so we always thought we was him, right?
Yeah.
But in actuality, were we him at the moment? Maybe not.
Maybe not. Just be real.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But it is some sort of self-delusion. Like I said, you got to be having to put in some type of work. Were we college athletes or at a stage of high school, we thought we were college athletes.
Sure.
We was carrying ourselves like collegiate athletes, from going to college classes while in high school, doing dual enrollment, to pulling up to campus late, driving. We're not eating regular lunch food.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that make us like,
enrollment days.
to me, come on, man. Like, man, we warming up food in the microwave at home, watching iCarly, goddamn. What else we
Power?
watching? Power, watching Power.
Bro, we was on Power early,
You know
bro.
what I'm
We was
saying?
watching
Like,
it as the seasons were coming out.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
We watching Power and stuff like that. Like, we feel like we him.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that was justified. You can't feel like you him just because you go and do something that don't nobody else want to do. You got to be doing something that can be of a following. Like, somebody would want to follow.
Right.
I feel like.
And not even in a way of idolizing, but just someone that you inspire them in a way.
You
know what
inspiration.
I mean? Right, bro.
Like, it got to be some type of inspiration. I don't want to ever be like, just because you go and shoot up somebody's house and you shot up somebody's grandma's house.
You're not. That doesn't make you him, bro.
I don't ever want to do that.
You need to be locked away.
You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
a felon. That's what makes
that
that's what you are.
Yeah.
You're a felon, bro.
You feel me? Like, that's not him to me. Like, that's not him.
The only
like,
time somebody saying him to you is when they pointing you out. Yeah, him, right. Him right there.
You, sir, are a menace to society.
You are a menace, bro.
like, that's not him.
Get
So
him
to
outta
me,
here.
like, that's like, bro, you tripping. Like,
Yeah,
nah.
bro.
You can't be doing nothing that don't like, you got to be an inspiration to me.
Right.
Like,
And I think same with the ladies, like, you know.
you can't be her and your everyday actions ain't her.
Right. And just because you got a pretty face, you think that trumped everything.
No.
I disagree.
A lot of
And I
y'all
disagree,
is
too.
like,
I disagree. Like, it's just, you know, now this is my thing. Like, if it's not a standard, if it's just something that you say to boost yourself, then cool. But if there's actually a standard that we're trying to attach to being him or her, then let's start really moving like that. You feel me?
So what you think the standard is? That's a question for the viewers. I want comments on that.
That is a question. That we definitely gonna post this. But
Yeah.
we can give our takes though.
Yeah, go ahead, give me your take. Mine was, you got to be an inspiration.
I dig that. That would be my first one as well.
You got to be an inspiration to somebody, because then you setting the tone.
Mm-hmm.
So you inspire me. Like, you setting the tone. Like, oh, you him in that aspect. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I say another one for me would be consistency and character.
For
Like
sure.
showing up when people see you on a day-to-day basis, or anytime they see you, they know the individual. They know what version they're gonna get to you. Like, yeah, that I already know.
You can point him out.
Yeah.
To me, that's the one.
Yeah.
Like, you can point him out, because every time I see him, he that person.
He ain't gotta say none of that. Like, you know what you the type of energy you gonna get from all that. Like, when I pull up to the studio with my camera to take pictures for a client, Caleb and Sid know, like they know what version they gonna get in me.
You're not gonna
off
get
the rip,
no
like
lackluster.
they're like you
feel
they know,
me?
like hey, with that camera, I'm him.
Like,
Believe that,
him. You feel me? Like,
but I got work to show that. That's not just talk. You feel me? So it comes back to
I've
that,
been
like
consistently,
you know what I mean?
proving who I am,
Right,
and
bro.
I think that's like you said, being an inspiration to others, but being an inspiration while you're consistently proving who you are.
Yep.
Like I'm proving my product is proof in the pudding.
Yep.
Simple as that. You're consistent with it, and people can notice you, right? People not saying you could feel like you him and not be noticed at all, but people know who you are. They know what they're gonna get.
Right.
I think a lot of people be saying, "Oh, I'm him," and then tomorrow you don't even want to be nobody.
Yeah.
Like
You don't believe it yourself.
Like, boy, stop.
Yeah.
It. Like, man,
and you can
stop
tell
it.
like that people don't really be believing in themselves in your actions. Like you him or her, but I can't tell.
I can't tell.
Hey, can I chime in real
Most
quick?
Go ahead.
I want to add my take as
Yes,
far as
sir.
what we were talking
Absolutely.
about. I will also say keyword in all this would be integrity.
Ooh.
Because I feel like, people compromise who they are, and do you really stand on your morals, your values, and your principles? Or are you just wanting to be Zay? Or
That's
you just
real.
wanting to be somebody else? You
Yeah,
feel what I'm saying?
that's
So
real.
it's like integrity is key, because I feel like that's a lost word in today's society, because you can be so many things, but are you really truly you?
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have integrity, nobody can really shake you or shake your foundation.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
real.
really, you ain't even being him. You being you.
Yeah,
That's what you saying?
Real talk,
Like
yeah.
you being you.
that's true.
Like stop trying to be him.
Yeah,
Be you.
that's a bar. Really, that's really what's going
There
on.
just you feel me?
Hey, bro.
Hey,
That's a
man.
bar. We just cracked the
gotta have-
code.
We gotta have a soundboard.
Be on the TV.
Bum, 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 bum. Like nah, for real though.
That's
like stop
it,
being
though, bro.
him.
Like,
be you though.
Yeah,
Like, that's
'cause
real.
I think a
Nah,
lot
that
of
was a
people,
bar when you said that.
Nah,
Nah,
I
not
think a
be
lot
him,
of
be you.
people-
That shit,
Yeah.
that was a bar.
Yeah, that's a
That was
bar. I think a lot of people are doing that though. Like they're so caught up in being him, they're actually being another. They're being
Another
somebody else.
Mm.
She's so caught up in being her. She's trying to be like Jada Waiter. She's trying to be like Ruby Rose. Be you.
It's already one of them.
She's her for her. She's that you. It's only one version of her that can maximize her version. Be you,
God damn.
boy. We cracking codes today.
Hey, hold up, man. Hey,
Cracking codes today.
yeah,
Hey, bro.
man.
So,
cracking codes.
but yeah, in the comments, let us know. We definitely want to know.
Yeah, what is
what
the
are the
qualifications?
stipulations? What are the qualifications being him or her? Is there any, or is it just ego talk? Because that's a
Yeah.
whole nother. You know what I mean? If you
Oh, we
just saying
just-
that to boost
yeah.
yourself, then hey, by all means, run it up. But I'm just not the type of person like if I'm gonna label myself as some. And matter of fact, I usually the ones who really that other
Yeah,
people
you ain't
say
gotta
it for
say it.
them. You know
You
what I mean?
ain't gotta
So
say it.
that's really an indicator right there.
I never call myself the GOAT. I
Hey.
leave it up to the people. I'm letting you know. Like
Who is that? That's not familiar. Who's that?
Little baby.
Oh,
bro.
little baby. Word.
Like,
for
you gotta
sure.
leave it up to the people. Some things you gotta leave up for
Debate.
Yeah.
Like you gotta leave up for
That's
debate.
real. Yeah.
Like,
That's
you
when
can't-
you really know you. Yeah.
I ain't pressing.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I know who I am.
Man, Caleb show up before Caleb show up.
That's
His
real.
energy.
That's real. And your name already in the room before you there.
Facts.
So
That's
then,
crazy. So that's
And y'all, real quick, Shannon Sharp last night, he said the same comment.
Mm-hmm.
To your point, he had said, might get it wrong, so forgive me, but we basically work our entire lives to get like a temporary applause.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, I can try to be your GOAT, but
Mhm.
that's only for like 5-10 years.
All right.
Like Mike, he was the GOAT.
yeah.
that's real.
Now it
Yeah.
went to Kobe.
That is true.
Now it went to Bron.
That is true.
So I can't like define who I am
Mhm.
off of what if
Yeah.
he likes you.
What if-
Yeah.
Kobe likes
Yeah.
you. Like, you could like me, you could love me, but bro, that's
It
not-
don't change. Yeah.
It's fleeting.
Leave it up
It's
for
fleeting.
debate. What were we
Leave
doing
it up.
earlier? We was having.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because if you don't, bro, you'll be trying to please everybody.
And-
And at the end of the day, it's always gonna be a new hero to come.
That's real.
Every
Man.
time it's a
That's
new
real.
person. It's gonna be somebody else in that seat
Yeah.
someday
That's it.
because it's not
real.
meant for you to stay in there every day.
Yeah. That's it.
Eh,
Woo! Hey man.
For-
That's
for-
how organic this conversation is. That's how y'all, we had these conversations all the time.
Yeah.
Me and Kobe been trying to get this vibe like this for a minute, bro. The last time we were able to get
Trials and
this vibe is when
tribulations.
Aaron was here, but it's just so that's
Yeah,
why we
shout out
just
to
had the
Aaron.
concept like we just gonna get the team, we just gonna do it ourselves, and I'm loving the vibe of this first, like, bro, it's
Facts.
it.
Bro, tell the people, bro, gotta do for self.
You got to do for
For
sure,
sure.
bro.
Oh, seriously? Yeah, the battery.
Oh, for sure. Most definitely. Yeah,
I ain't
bro.
Say,
Like,
I ain't nobody can say it.
good,
You
bro.
good, bro.
Hey,
Listen,
hey, bro.
part of being in the house, y'all gonna see the raw footage.
Bro, story behind it.
Okay. All right.
Is that the camera?
Yeah, my battery dying.
Okay. Okay, got you.
We got 30 minutes on here.
That's
Okay.
a bet.
We can restart it again. If y'all
Okay, that's a bet.
All
We
right.
should be wrapped up in 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still going.
That's a bet.
Flowing, bro.
Maybe, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going. Y'all dropping hit. Keep
What
going.
was,
Yeah.
what was it about? What we was just talking about?
For self.
Doing
Doing
for
for
self.
self. Yeah, bro. Like, that's really what we've been.
Filming for yourselves, because look, bro, average person, man, y'all can still be trying to find somebody to film. Derek, he can still be trying to find somebody to film, but instead y'all said, yo, we gonna do it ourselves because nobody's smarter than y'all. So,
This is why we're filming for ourselves, bro.
Get
Because
into it.
we're tired of trusting our paying for mediocrity. One,
part two, paying
and-
for mediocrity is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's true though.
Yeah.
It's true. In today's
And stop slapping luxury on everything.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
everything not luxury. Like y'all not.
Ooh, yeah.
You that's why we doing it for
capping
self.
about your retainer fees and all. But anyway,
Come on, man.
number
on,
two,
man.
I'm tired of putting my vision into somebody who don't take themselves serious. I refuse, bro.
Yeah.
So if I continue to do that, and it comes up
Am
short,
I the fool?
who's the fool? You know what I mean? I am.
Am I the fool?
Like the bowler said, I am. Like, bro.
I'm the fool.
You know what I mean, bro?
I'm the fool. So at some point, do I look in the mirror and say, you know what? If I want it done the right way, I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself.
Yeah.
And
And having people around who I know carry themselves a certain way in a certain caliber.
they got
and
the
frequency
same
that
vision I got.
I ain't even like Derek, bro. I feel like I've known Derek for some years, bro.
No
It's just
cap.
like it's just a vibe,
It's
bro.
just the vibe.
Real shit.
It's just what it is. So once you find those people, me and Caleb talk about all the time, you gotta cherish those people and keep those people. Like, 'cause
Yeah, treat them well.
especially in Atlanta, like it's a lot of people in front of the cameras, but people who know how to curate the vibe, curate the scene, do the videography work, do the sound work. It's not a lot of them, and it's not a lot of. It's a lot of them. It's not a lot of good ones.
I was about to
That's
say,
the key.
it's-
Yes,
They don't know how to do
right.
video or
Multifaceted. Yep.
like they don't know how to do sound
Yeah.
design, how to do lighting.
And that's just so crazy to me as a videographer. Why aren't you trying to expand
Why
your
aren't you
arsenal to where
perfecting
you're
your
damn near a
craft?
producer of the whole podcast show? Why wouldn't you want to be that?
It goes back to your earlier point, alluding to instant gratification. It's because they see the next guy doing Lil Baby's video, making the money, and they see the footage, and they think, oh, I just got to pick up that damn camera and just
okay.
shoot.
And
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about blocking. It's about placement. You feel what I'm saying? He got to know his cues. He got to know certain things that have to trigger him to know what to do and whatever. So it's like, it's always easy when you get that package when it's done. But like you said earlier, behind the scenes, like those people that's creating these, like what Caleb and Sid, when they set up the studio, like
It's
they
an
are taking their
experience.
time.
Yes, it
And
is,
it goes
bro.
back to your point earlier, hyper focus the detail. It's about the details, because that one client is going to look at that wall like, I want it because of that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Because of
saying?
Yeah.
I
Real
want-
talk. Real talk, bro. I'm already knowing.
It's an experience.
People want
That's
to
true.
film how you feel.
Yeah.
So why not set that example?
Especially with the sign up. I know that. Hey, how we get that sign, Caleb?
So look, nowadays you could be like, hey, you know, if you pay me,
Yeah, if you
come
on.
I could. Hey, all you gotta do
Go
is get
ahead.
in with me.
Hey, all you gotta do
Hey,
is
get in with me.
Hey, listen.
Want to boss up your life?
bro, if y'all stay creative, man, it will pay you.
Yeah.
But you gotta have the balls,
Mm.
the ovaries, just to say, yo,
Real talk.
I'm gonna step out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. It might be risky. It might take some bread. It
Yeah.
might take some losses.
Might take some time.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a win. It's a win because you creating the experience that others want. And I feel like oftentimes as a videographer, the ones we've ran into recently have limited themselves to just being the cameraman.
Yeah. Literally just a cameraman. No
You
editing.
just the cameraman.
I want more.
Why not want more? Why not want to know how to do everything?
I would.
To me, because then that makes you more valuable to the team.
Right.
And so now that you're more valuable to the team, your elevation is
But you know what it is? They think they bigger than the team.
Exactly. On Saturday, what we just say, yo, we about to figure out how to start working.
Yeah, bro.
why
All
not?
it takes is just
Yeah.
let's just apply it.
That was Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's Wednesday.
We're
all these.
Within a week, bro. Within a week, we was like, bro, and y'all told me like, bro, just go. Like, I'm like, yeah, like that's what we just gotta go.
We'll figure it out
along the way, bro. Cause like, man,
the only way you gonna learn it is to fall. You
You
feel what I'm
You
saying?
gotta
Like,
fall.
and I'd
before we
rather
walk,
fall
you know?
like on my own terms than I was falling
Come on.
anyways with
Come on.
hiring people.
Hey, stumbling trim. Hey, come on.
Like,
It's already,
right.
it already look like
might as
a.
well.
Come on,
And why,
man.
and why take a
It
risk on
already
somebody
look-
else when you can take a risk on yourself?
cap, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
No
Like,
cap.
we are our biggest risk. Let's bet on us.
Real
It's
talk.
cool to bet on other folk when times where we don't have the means or we need somebody to help us with our vision, but it's our vision.
Yeah,
Our vision. Nobody else's. Only you
Facts.
can be you.
yeah. So if it goes south, them people they ain't got no connection to the vision. So they going by their way.
They going about their day.
We've seen that most of the like.
Pick up the phone and call, "Hey,
Come
man,
on, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
This is the respect, like just not even being able to do that, bro. It's,
Two things though, fellas, and then I promise you I'm shut.
nah, you're good,
Man,
bro. I
keep
love
talking.
this,
Listen,
bro.
all
I
these
love
voices
this,
that y'all
bro.
hear,
Be
this is
quiet.
the
I
fam.
wanna drop them balls.
Good, so she won't smack me. I'll be good. And then I'm done. Real quick though, y'all. So, all right, if you think about it, trying is like so important. So, y'all remember, and Zay, you saw it too. Off the rip, me and Nashby, we didn't know what we
Right,
was doing.
yeah.
We just tried it.
Tried.
And man, biggest thing is y'all, and I'm gonna tell you whether it's you, Derek, Kobe, y'all just gotta just keep shooting. Kobe, Game 7. I remember this because Derek, I was with you. I was a huge Kobe fan, huge Laker fan till this day, die hard.
Telling you,
Kobe, 2010 finals, bro. He shot like 20% Game 7,
Yeah.
but he kept shooting
he kept on shooting.
because he realized if I keep shooting, the defense is gonna keep coming to me.
They gotta keep.
So even if I'm missing, I'm still valuable.
Real talk.
So man, just bro, pick up those cameras, keep trying it. And all right, y'all's point, y'all paid videographers to film, right? So if we do 150 times 6,
Come on,
you feel what I'm
bro.
saying?
Come on,
You can
bro.
already buy a camera, 2 cameras, a lens, but they don't want to tell you that.
Right.
So you already paid for their equipment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're
bro.
actually paying for their equipment
Yeah.
To then go do and hire
to make more money.
More money.
Yeah.
But
Make
here's the
more
crazy
money.
part. Y'all are smarter than them.
Yeah.
That's the craziest
We
part.
care
Y'all
more
are
about
smarter than
our
them.
success
Jay, y'all
than
have had
them.
clips on TikTok when you first started do 400K views.
Yeah.
Did you have to hire a marketing firm,
No.
a marketing team?
No, bro.
All that
Sir.
stuff was
Wasn't
a
using
scam.
Fiverr, none
it
of
just
that,
has
bro.
to be organic,
Yeah.
bro. And I'm telling y'all, bro, and they don't know this. All the people tune in, but they'll see next
They
week.
will.
Y'all gonna have some big guests on your podcast.
Oh
You
yeah,
and
most
Derek.
definitely. Yeah.
Both of y'all
Stay
about
tuned,
to have
bro.
big guests.
They will.
And that's not requiring crazy marketing, paid ads, none of that. So, bro, I'm just saying, man, I'm proud of y'all. And again, man, with the money, with the funding, every single time that y'all pay somebody, and I had to learn this, I could be putting that towards myself because I can figure it out myself.
Yep.
Because most of those people didn't even go to college for video.
Real talk.
So
Y'all didn't go to
As we
school.
seen,
y'all already have everything that you want. Me and Sid, bro, we still having to learn this.
Yeah.
Everything that you think that you need, you already have it, or everything that you want, you just got to do it for yourself, and that's it.
that's real.
That's real.
That's real, man. Hey, shout out to Caleb, man. That's
Listen,
man,
y'all have gotten
big on it,
a very special episode. We done had guest speakers for y'all. Y'all ain't even seen them
Hey,
behind
man.
the cameras, but they dropping gems today.
No cap.
I think it's just one of those nights, man, where everybody's we sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's time for us to start speaking up. We appreciate everybody and their voices
I got
today.
another topic.
Whenever you ready,
For sure, I just one more topic.
because you told me we were gonna speak on everything, and we damn near spoke on everything.
Let's go, bro.
And that's
let's go. So yeah,
I was feeling it though on the way
Yeah.
here. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
like, just let me know.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got in here,
one thing I've been noticing. We good with the camera time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got you.
21 minutes.
Say less. We. One thing I've been noticing with people, I'm gonna read what I typed down first. People want you to interact with their posts and their content on social media, but they don't want to do the same. They basically want you to be fans. And when I peeped this, I peeped this when I started like. I think the reason why I started posting on Instagram, why I started like just posting, cause I used to be very like peculiar on certain posts. Like, I didn't want to post too much because I wanted maximum engagement on certain posts. But once I got to the point to realize like people want you to interact with their posts, but they're not gonna do the same thing because they want to seem like you. They want to make it seem like you're a fan. Once I realized that about especially Instagram, I'm like, man, I'm about to post whenever. Anytime somebody collaborate with me, something that I did as a project, accepting, post, accepting, because I'm no longer using my social medias as a flex mechanism or like, oh, look at all these likes I got. I use my Instagram and my social medias as, here's my work. This is what I do. Like, I can show you like this.
This is who I am.
Yeah, I'm not on Instagram to post fits. Like, posting fits is cool, but that's not what I'm using the platform for, because at the end of the day, that's not making me no return, no money, no future business endeavors, none of that.
I think they use it as like a social status right nowadays. Like, look how many people interact with me and how many people I don't interact with.
Yeah,
it's almost
like a look at me. Like,
yeah, it's almost a look down at regular people. Like, I'm above y'all.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the reason why I had to delete Instagram, because once it started to become that instead of who you were or what you're posting, it started to kind of give me a bad vibe, right? And not to say I didn't really enjoy Instagram, because I did, but when y'all start to make it about something that it isn't or wasn't supposed to be, like, I started to see people like, oh, I got 35K followers, I only follow 300 people.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, who are you flexing on?
Right.
Like, who is to say that you are the person that everybody wants to be around? Right. Because in person, your vibe is terrible anyways. So
you're not a likable person.
That's why you only have 300 some people that follow you, because you really aren't a good person. Right. Like, your personality is trash. You really don't have anything to talk about, and you only come around to try to look good.
Nobody knows you in real life. You're only known on social media.
So I could care less how many followers you got. Another thing is, people then start to use that as something that a reason why you can't approach them now. Like, oh, a social media presence, like, oh, you only got 800 followers and I got, let's say, 300,000. Like, you ain't supposed to be DMing me. Right. Like, but in person, let's be real. We the same status or caliber person. I work just like you work. Yeah. I got money just like you got money. And if I approach you in this club and you're not around them 300K followers, you're going to respond to me.
If we're being honest, I'm really bigger than you, Lo. In person, like, my aura bigger than you.
Come on. Like, I live this real life. Yeah. So for me, it was like, why are we making this a statue of status? Like, why is that so accepted that you have to have a number of following or how much you interact or how much people interact with you? So if I were to get back on Instagram, I would definitely be way more genuine. I'm gonna post. Y'all gonna listen. When I do get back on Instagram, I'm gonna post like a
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna post like I'm a Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm gonna post like real goofy stuff. Like, I'm gonna post the things that I care to share with the world. It ain't gonna be no timely like, oh, let me post on a holiday so that I know what everybody on. Like, let me post my Easter fit. Like, man, nah, man. Like, post your every day. What you doing every day? You only trying to post these highlights so people can give you some gratification for them real quick. And it's like, your life ain't like that every day.
I know you in real life.
Like, I
know you. Like,
now, that's a fact, though. And I tell myself that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to post a lot of videos on Instagram, because I'm in that space where it's like, I use it because of what I do, but if I don't have to have it. But if I do use it, I do want to use it to Kobe's point. Like, I want to post what I want to post because it's my social media page. Facts. And for you guys to get a piece of my personality, you're not going to get to fool me because you don't know me for real unless you know me. You know what I mean? So you're going to get a piece of me and a reflection of me. But it's just like, even on those hard days, it's like, well, you going through the motions. Like, we spoke about having car issues. Yeah. We just talked about this a couple weeks ago. I just got that same situation. I ain't had my car for like 2 weeks. I was hurt. Feelings hurt. About to cry. Like, that shit felt bad. Felt like, man, I felt right. I'm like, who am I? Yeah. Who am I?
You
feel paralyzed, bro.
You feel me? Yeah. And it's like, I wanted to post on Instagram then. It's just like, but I find myself in the moments where life is really hitting me, I don't post as much. And sometimes I need to post to people that know me, because what I'm going through may spark a conversation. It may spark a thought, and somebody may get some relief from that, and we can have a conversation, and it'll pull you out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because we like to sit with ourselves and like, shit, what I'm going to do, da-da-da-da. But then it's just like, we interact, somebody else can maybe just, help us out through that. But
that's powerful,
yeah, so,
bro.
that's real, bro.
That was a good point you
gotta share
made.
some of the turmoil.
Yeah.
You gotta share some of the dark days, bro.
Nah,
that's what it was for.
Yeah.
It was to share what you feeling, not necessarily like you said. I'm not gonna share everything about you. I'm not gonna share. You know what I mean? I just got a divorce. Like no, I'm not gonna share that.
Now you reaching.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. But
that.
if I'm having some car troubles, like man, you might post something like, "Oh man, I hate when I'm having car troubles. Man, I can't stand this. Like man." These Ubers high, something like that. Some just a little bit of something. But every post, it got to be you with your chain on, with your grills in, with the Balenciagas on. Like
You're
every
dehumanizing
post.
yourself.
Come on, man.
So when you post those certain posts where it's showing you going through those dark times, you're going through them storm
they're
seasons,
gonna be like, you fell off.
But it's like some people gonna see it as I can relate to that. Like, I get it. Like, damn, you going through it too. Because when you elevating at a fast pace compared to your peers, sometimes they get into a mindset of thinking like, oh, nothing goes wrong for this person. But when you share that, but it's tough out here for me, bro. Like,
I'm still
one
human.
of my hardest seasons, right? Mark's been on my. No Diddy on my ass, bro.
Tell you.
You feel me? So
been a rough one,
bro. It's been, you know what? I think it's been rough for a lot of people because
bro.
I felt that, my brothers felt that, people I went to school with felt that, and y'all
speaking transition going on.
It's that cosmic shift that's going on, which is putting people in, putting y'all lives in perspective for especially us creatives. It's like wanting to do something out of life, wanting to be a part of the community, wanting to help people. It's like we got to figure out, okay, shit about to change, and it's changing for the better. We understand like what's going on.
April 8th.
I think another thing is
eclipse.
We finally getting out of that COVID uprising, right? Because everybody was a creative. Everybody was able to be an entrepreneur in the COVID times. We finally hitting that point where it's like, all right, like let's see who really want to do this. Let's see who can consistently try to do this. Because not everybody, I'm not saying everybody's not inside no more, but everybody ain't inside as they used to be. Because in 2020, 2021, niggas was inside. Yeah. You feel me? Like folks was inside. Now everybody's starting to slowly get back outside and get away from that creative space and creative spirit that they once were in, right? Because we was inside creating so much, thinking of these ideas and things of that such. Now it's starting to see like who really want it. Same thing with like our hair, like it's starting to see like, all right, which one of y'all really want to be dreadheads? When it's not popular no more to do it,
you gonna see the followers within these next 3 years. Yep,
you feel
Whoever cut their lock, you gonna know. Yo,
you was a follower.
Yeah,
like you feel me. So certain stuff like that. So. Same thing with social media. I think now we're getting away from, all right, like you're not a rapper. Like we know you're not a rapper. Like, and I'm saying a rapper as in like you're not a famous celebrity. You're not Lil Baby, bro. You're not Kanye West. Yeah. Your life is not a highlight every time. Of course, we like to see your highlights, but we know you in real life. I used to always tell people that, like, bro, you know I know you in real life. Yeah. Like I get that you popping it. You know what I'm saying? You showing me your highlights. I know you in real life though, bro. I know you be going through some shit. Share that a little bit, bro. Cause I can relate to it. That helped me, that motivated me to show me your highlights, but also show me the moments where you kind of down. Yeah. Cause that show me that you human. That show I'm not alone. That gives me that motivation to say, man, I know on bad days it may look like this, but I know on my good days it could look like that too.
So that level of vulnerability now, they relate to you more. Now they want to see you succeed even more. It's like
that's why social media right now is not a real place. Yeah, bro, like it's not nowhere near a real place because either it's highlights or somebody doing exactly what you would want to be doing, right? Like traveling, they wearing nice clothes, they got their girl of the dreams and stuff like that. But nobody really showing that the girl really cheating on them. They went on a trip with their last little $10,000, $9,000,
and then probably didn't even speak about. On the trip, they didn't even talk to each other.
Okay, you feel me?
They're not talking about how the sugar daddy flew them out.
Come on, bro. Like, or we went out there on the piece, and next thing you know, we came back. I had to go to jail. That's why I ain't post for 4 months. I'm fighting the case. Like, you ain't speak on all that. But all we saw was the trip. Now,
bottles.
You feel me? We want to be on the trip. Like, man, I had that jump was literally putting toxins in my brain.
And that's so crazy. Just by you posting or just slightly talking about rough patches in your life, that sets you apart from 99% of people on social media. Just off of that, people want to be different so bad. Start talking about your bad times in life.
I'm telling you.
You gonna get an audience.
You gonna get an audience just off of that. It's crazy.
Even with celebrities, like when you see a celebrity go through it or something like that, and they have like those rough patches, how many times do you see people tap in?
Yeah.
Like you see that people really started. Oh, you are human.
Yeah,
That's what we
crazy.
want to see.
So this whole time you were dehumanizing. It took them to say, "I'm going through it. I'm fucked up." For you to, oh yeah, you are human.
I was human the whole time.
I was human the whole time, but
I was going through these things all the time. I'm not saying show them all the time,
For
but,
sure.
right, because the discernment is key.
absolutely,
it very much
Absolutely.
so. You don't want to give people all of your life.
That's when they feel like they're in control now.
You feel me?
You give them what you want to give. You know what I mean?
And share what you want to share, but please, miss me with my
You know
life
what's
is
going
a
on out
highlight
here, bro.
reel every time. Like even Jordan got bad plays.
Okay.
Y'all seen
Right.
that?
Okay.
Right. I was about to say, even our greatest players or whoever we look up to, they had their moments where everything wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X, Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like we can name many different people throughout the history, but every day that they woke up was not the perfect day. It was some days I know them brothers got up, especially with the weight of the world on their shoulders. I know some days they woke up like,
Do I want to do
let
this?
me
do I
go
want to
back
really
to sleep.
give my people this?
Yeah.
Especially when you got your own people that look like you
Right.
talking down on you. You feel what I'm saying? Like looking at you like
Every
you lesser
incentive to
than.
not keep doing it.
Right, but they got up though.
Yeah.
And guess what? No matter what we go through, every day we go through a bad cycle, it doesn't always last. It feels like it's gonna last because we put so much focus on
Within
it.
the moment,
but when
yep.
we go to bed at night and we finish the day, the next day we wake up is another opportunity to be greater. And then like, okay, what did I learn from yesterday? And that's always easier said than done. But when we start to put the focus on that, I think life is a little bit more better and sweeter because we're not so focused on the negative, which is what people want to focus on because it's what's flashy. It's what's the talk piece. You know what I mean?
Yep, the drama part.
Yeah.
And I think just taking things day by day, bro, like you gonna have the moment. Like I'll be real with y'all, boy. I'm going through it right now, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm just cut
Facts.
like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'll guarantee, like I'm gonna figure it out just because that's how I'm built.
You wouldn't even be able to
You know
tell,
what I mean?
though.
You
Like,
wouldn't be able to tell just how I'm up here speaking. It's just, but for one, I understand that.
This
Like I was
too
saying
shall
earlier,
pass.
like, it's gonna pass, bro. Every storm gonna pass, bro. You know what I mean? But while you're in that storm, identify that moment and be in it. And while you're in it, because a lot of people go through these storms and they're trying to rush out of it, hurry up and get it out so fast. And once they get out of it, they look back on that storm and like, damn, I can't even remember what I learned from that moment, with that time period.
You almost forget that you went through it.
Right, because you try to rush through it so fast.
Like, nah, make sure you internalize it and like you said, identify it as like, man, this is one of those time periods where I know it's something that I'm supposed to learn.
Yeah, become one with the storm.
I know it's something I'm supposed to learn.
Yeah.
And even if it's a small lesson, right? Even if it's as I got to make sure that I'm taking care of my car so that in the future, if something does happen, or I'm putting some money aside so that if something does happen for my car, I can get it fixed in this time frame instead of this time frame. You know what I mean? Just certain little trinkets that you can move past or take with you in the next facet of life to where it'll help make these time periods easier.
Yep.
Or you can pass down to your seed or pass down to a young individual that is looking up to you. Just things of that such. Speaking on it is one of them. Being able to speak on it, just to sit here and say in front of some young black men and women as well, to say, man, I'm going through it right now. And to identify, like, one of the things that really has me going through it is my car troubles. Like, that's a bold thing to do in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
That's a bold thing to do. I think that's one of the things that we don't do. We tend not to do. I think
You're scared of how people gonna perceive you.
you see what I'm saying? Like
Perceive
social
me
media.
as human. I don't want you to perceive me
Man,
as human.
I'm letting you know, man. Kobe going through it. The cost of living in Atlanta
It's
kicking
ridiculous.
my ass.
Yeah,
Man,
bro.
this shit don't even make
Bro.
sense right now.
It's kicking
These
my
crack prices
ass.
we paying on
Yeah.
whether you buying or whether you renting,
It don't
whether you
matter.
got a car note. The fact that we paying what we paying, I didn't agree to these prices.
Never know.
I
No
never
one did,
agreed
bro.
to this
I'm-
shit. I never
if-
agreed to this
if-
shit.
No, it
Hey,
did, bro.
listen, if y'all ready to boycott I'm with y'all.
Come on, let's
whoever
talk
got
to
the
it.
biggest house, we can all stay there together and spend the night
like,
every day.
Hey.
like the boy.
Hey, come on.
Listen.
like the kid where you see the video where he's like, no more homework. Hey, bro.
Hey, come on, man. Hey,
No
you feel
more
me?
rent.
Hey, like,
No
bro,
more mortgage.
whenever
Like,
y'all
no
ready-
more bills.
Hey,
Nah,
listen. Whenever y'all ready to boycott this shit, man.
It's over with, bro.
Kobe on the front line
Oh, God.
with y'all, bro.
And Kobe, I'm
I
right
had
behind you,
a
bro.
shice on and all that,
You feel me?
bro.
Listen,
Like, let's
I'm
do it.
trying to tell you,
Hey, we
bro.
can start the movement tomorrow.
Man, listen.
You feel what I'm saying?
I don't want to be
Hey,
the first
we
one
about to start it right
listen,
now,
Hey, I'm
bro.
about to go to
I ain't got
Magic
nowhere to
City and be
stay.
like, look,
I ain't gonna
if
be the
y'all
first
strippers
one.
tired of
I
all
ain't gonna be
this,
the first one. I ain't got nowhere to stay if I don't make it.
Hey, bro,
But
we gotta wait to see y'all buy in. That's how they get you, bro.
yeah, no, facts.
Hey,
no
bro, go
cap.
we behind you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, listen, I'm right behind y'all whenever
Yeah.
y'all started off, though.
Yeah.
I ain't the first one.
You
right.
smart, bro.
That's how you got to be,
Yeah,
though.
go out there, bro.
Yeah.
No, y'all. When
go
I see
ahead.
some action from y'all, then we're good
Right.
to
You
go.
feel me? Oh, I'm not
Boy.
gonna be the first one.
Nah, you
Whenever
can't be the
y'all
first
ready.
one.
I'm
Oh,
ready. I'm
man.
right behind y'all. I'm on the front line.
I say let's start it, man, because this shit we paying this don't
if
make
Derek,
sense.
if
bro.
Derek got the house, we going to his house.
Hey, bro.
I tell you like this, you know what I'm saying? I got room for about 100, you know what I'm saying? And I say 100, that means we're gonna have to be like close knit family. You feel what I'm
We
saying?
in there like sardines.
Come on, man. Hey, but if that what it takes for us to get
Yeah.
ahead,
No
to
cap.
knock
Real
these
talk,
folk
bro.
prices
Yeah.
down, let's do it.
I
Real
promise
talk,
you,
bro.
if you get close to 50,000 tenants that say we're not paying these prices,
Bro.
This I promise.
I
you.
It
promise
won't even take that, bro.
Watch.
Like,
And
Watch.
that, you know what? That's what. That's what I be thinking about sometimes, man. Because I'm like, if we decided, like, say for instance, I still
bro.
work for a certain company. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If it was employed by 20,000 people, if all 20,000 people decided to change and put a plan in action to really make themselves have a better work environment, I guarantee you it would change it, because without
guarantee.
the workers and the people, the businesses have nothing. They will fall because the CEO ain't running that business. He may know about the business. He may have came up through the ranks, but I guarantee you he cannot. He can't do that, man. That man will
Yeah,
lose
nope.
his
Yeah,
mouth.
the
He or
people's
she,
the power.
whoever it
By
is.
himself.
The
You feel
people's
what I'm
the
saying?
power.
So
Always
like
been like
we
that.
always the power. It's just that we live in a society where it's hard for us to really do that, because, like you said, I got a house, I got a car, I got a kid. You know what I'm saying? That you right,
Yeah.
and they know that. Oh shit, Zay got a whole family over there. Zay ain't gonna say shit. And if I put that bug in Zay ear, right, I'm gonna be all right.
I'm gonna tell you the real issue. The people that's comfortable.
That's what I'm saying.
That's where
Yeah.
the issue come in.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the people that's
Yeah.
comfortable.
Facts.
nigga, ain't- I got mine.
Yeah.
The level.
That
Hey.
y'all problem ain't my problem.
That's y'all problem.
Yeah.
just told us that
That's
this
co-
past weekend.
I think we talked about that.
I told you that.
I think so. Well, oh yeah. You said, I hope I don't lead them none. I said, God damn, crazy, bro.
He said, I got mine. The rest of y'all, good luck.
God, that's how y'all feel.
Bro. So it's like until
No
we get
unity.
to the,
No unity.
bro, until we get to the place as a community where your problem, even if I'm good, your problem is my problem still, because I see you as me, and you feel me? Like it should be a cohesive unit like that, bro. But instead, if I got mine, shit, I mean, it ain't no issue. Yeah, you got yours, but when that bubble pop,
Right.
do you
I was
really?
about to
really
say,
yours?
because think about it.
Do
Like
you
I always
really?
go back to this quote: "If Zay ain't free, I ain't free."
Right,
No
bro.
cap.
Right.
If
you just have
none
the
of us are
illusion of
free.
being
No
free.
cap.
That's fact. You
Yeah,
do
you may
illusion.
have got it together since of having money, have certain things set up,
Right.
and your life is good. Okay,
Yep.
that's cool. No knock towards you. I love that. That's what we need. But it's just like, if I'm not free, ain't none of us
Yeah.
free, because
you
we
have-
still struggling.
You have one slip up, you're gonna be just like
Right.
You're
bro,
gonna be
who
right
ain't-
in the position.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna
Come
be
on,
right in the
bro.
position. You're gonna be, what can we do? What's gonna be the plan?
Right, bro.
So Rick Ross, whenever you're ready to open up that mansion,
Oh God, bro.
Hey, come on, man, for real.
hey,
No cap, bro.
I'm ready to stay with you. I throw you a little, you know what I'm saying? I throw you a
Bro.
little something.
Hey,
Yeah, you feel me?
Okay.
Man, he got a whole compound.
I
over
heard
there.
I
You
heard
feel
the
me?
chickens or the cows or whatnot.
Whatever
bro.
we need to do.
Hey, I feed
play my
the
part.
horse.
No cap,
You feel
bro.
me? I know you don't want to cut that grass by yourself.
I clip the hedges, all that.
Man,
you
I get on
feel
that.
me?
I get on that to zero, and I cut the hell out
But,
that lawn.
I-
Over with.
what we saying is we're gonna pull our weight. Make sure that you feel me?
Come on, bro.
We're gonna pull our
Come
weight.
on.
We I ain't trying to freeload, but these
Facts.
rent prices.
That ain't
gotta
my
change.
character,
Yeah.
freeload.
Nah, I'm not
facts.
that type of guy.
Folks, man, families gotta start living together.
Oh, yeah.
bro.
It-
And that's
you
a
start
whole
to
nother
see it.
issue.
Man,
You
but
start to see it.
But you know that's a tall task in our community.
In our
Because
when we grow up, what they tell us,
generation to get
at
together.
18, you either getting out of here,
Man.
you going to college, you going to military,
We
you
can't
doing
get
Gotta
together
go
on
to
the
the military.
holidays.
You going to college.
We can't even get together on holidays,
Come
bro.
here.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
We gotta
Okay,
stop
we'll-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Real quick. So me and Sid, we were just having the same conversation. So, in college, after college, I was able to save up. I was always good, with money, credit, all of that. But then I realized, okay, I've been living on my own for 5, almost 6 years.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, you actually get penalized for having good credit. You actually get penalized for staying in the same apartment. I've seen my apartment go up over $1,000 in rent.
sir.
And I have the same
Since
apartment.
you've been there.
No
Wow.
renovations, no updates.
No
because
renovation,
you
no
get
updates.
penalized for staying there.
Yep.
So it's like each year it'll just gradually go up.
It gradually goes
$100,
up.
$150
Yep.
over time. So then over time you start realizing, yo, I'm paying an additional $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then next August I'll be like, yo, it's almost gonna be an additional $1,500. So now I'm
what?
at the point, hey, Sid's brother, he got like a 5-bedroom house.
Mm-hmm.
He lives there by himself. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I'll just pay you.
I'm gonna
Word.
pay you.
Because I'm like, it doesn't make sense.
Smart.
Because
Now
I'm just
you got
like,
a house.
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. So
Now
like,
you got a
Kobe,
house.
Zay, there, nobody talks about if you are responsible, that still hurts you because it's like
Damn.
apartments are just gonna keep
That's
going
crazy.
up over
Keep
time.
going up.
Yeah.
That's
Until
crazy.
until we start to say exactly
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
exactly.
We are willing to sacrifice our household
Yeah.
Yeah.
to make sure that
This
this
can-
keeps going.
Yep.
Come on now.
People just see the beauty and the glamour and the glitz and they come in, they don't realize.
Sacrificing because shared living is not easy.
It's not. It takes
It's
Yeah.
it's not easy.
And just yeah.
but yeah,
think siblings.
got you.
for sure.
Got you.
no, I live with my brothers. They try to be parents. They gonna be parents. If you got siblings, if you got people that are close friends and family, with cousins,
If you got girls coming over,
they
Hey,
understand.
right. Hey.
Yeah.
They understand.
But even when we talking about living with family, like you gotta you gotta like your family.
No facts.
And a lot of people in our community,
And even when you don't like your family, you gotta understand that
Yeah.
there's a greater picture.
Yeah.
There's a great.
That's why you gotta remove your emotions.
To me,
Yeah.
you gotta remove those
Yeah.
emotions. Like, don't get me wrong. I live with my brothers, bro. It's okay. Like, it's great at times. Sometimes I don't come in. I don't want to talk.
Come on, bro.
Nobody.
Come on, bro.
I don't want to speak. I wish I lived alone. But at the same time, I know if I go live alone, that I'm gonna get punished.
Right.
Like Caleb said, I'm gonna have to pay an exceeding amount of money
that's so crazy.
every single year.
why does it go up if I'm still here?
It's no.
Because then I could leave and said person gets evicted after 3-4 months, and now
Facts.
you're gonna wish that you had.
You're gonna
That's so
wish
crazy.
you
That's a
had
fact,
me,
bro.
That's backwards.
and y'all are making
Yeah.
me pay for something. Y'all, like you said, they're not updating. No renovations. Y'all really continue to BS me. Oh, now my trash, this, that, and the
Right.
third. Man, listen, I'm not trying to hear that, bro.
It's a scam,
I pay
bro.
my rent on time, bro. It's people that don't even pay. Like, man, listen. Y'all want me to be the
it's
trash
really
man?
a scam out here, bro.
Man,
Like they
listen.
getting over, especially with apartments, because
No
when
cap.
you think about the money that you invest into an apartment, man,
coulda-
you,
you-
like
You could have
bro,
bought.
you
You
coulda
definitely could have
2-3
bought a car.
houses. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like when you live together, it's like it's about the mentality, because it's like if you got 4 adults in the house, that means you got 4 different demeanors, 4 different attitudes, 4 different characteristics, 4 different traits. So you have to find that middle ground to Kobe's point. Because I live with my brothers too, so it's just like some days I'm like, them my boys. Some days I'm like, I want to box them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep. No cap.
But it's because we at a different place in our life and we're moving in different spaces, and it's like we got to understand, like sometimes we just got to find that middle ground to look. We know this is not forever, because we know we're not gonna live together. We're gonna get married, have children, all
And
that.
all
So it's just
that.
like we think about, oh my God, living with for a year or two is not that bad compared to going out here and following your ass. For no reason, when you could have just did this
For
at first,
ego.
but
Just to
they
say,
don't
I'm
like to
doing
push
it on my own.
that. You feel what I'm saying? So I think if we just focus on like, all right, let's just respect each other and let's just have that understanding, then we'll be all right.
Yep.
They-
Every
it's-
single
it's
Bro,
standard,
they be
bro.
living at 30D.
and they'll stay in that house for 8 years, and
Man.
then until one of them go ahead and pay it off,
Right.
And then that person will move,
Right.
and they'll
Crazy,
get
bro.
6 more.
Think about that, bro.
It
Think about the
makes
math.
sense.
A house is 200 grand, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got 10 people staying there. You can pay that house off within 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
Man, listen,
And then everybody's credit is a perfect credit.
Bro.
come on now.
Nobody's
And now,
struggling.
now we can get multiple properties.
Come on now.
Say we cracking the code tonight.
Bro,
We cracking the
I
code,
told
Kobe.
y'all about it. I'm having issues with that the state estate situation the house in Fayetteville.
No.
It was my grandma's house. She had passed away, so it's a whole issue with the estate. Family members trying to get over on the money, investors trying to lowball. It's like if we was together as a family, we wouldn't even be having these issues. Like if we could co-live and just everybody. We'll pay this mortgage off
pay the
and
little
leave it as a
taxes.
family
It's
house
gonna be-
because they about to make mad money off of this. Like
Yeah.
that's
It's
why
a
they
family
lowballing
house.
it. So it's just
Yes.
And once again, we have nothing to hand down.
Nothing. And that be the problem
That be
too.
the problem.
So now, not only did we struggle, now our kids finna struggle, our kids finna struggle with the same
Which makes no
issue.
sense.
That's why I have so much respect for those grandmas that stayed in their mama houses and their mama houses,
come
and
on.
then left it for you in good condition. That's
Facts.
why our community does a good job of making sure what we have we take care of. Like you making sure that couch stay in that plastic. Honestly, that's a great mentality because it's gonna last.
preservation. Yeah.
But you gotta understand that you gotta build something for the next generation to have.
Yeah.
You got to.
To your point, my grandmother, they've had the same ranch since like 1917. So it's like stuff like that. It gets like passed down. So my cousin LJ, I think he's like 29, right? So he was trying to find a job, all of that. My great uncle, he was like, "Yo, come to the ranch, give you a job, herd the cattle, like you said, herd the cattle." Whether it's the steaks, the sausages, get the pigs together, all of that. And I'm just like, dang, so a property that was had from like the early 1900s is still like creating jobs for people who don't have a job. And now he can stay on the land and he lives on the land. It's like, bro, that's crazy.
That's
like, it's
wild.
Live
possible.
on the land and live off the land. It's crazy.
Literally, bro. But I'm just like, bro, all we got to do is just create something. But see, what the problem is, we don't want to sacrifice. So
gotta sacrifice something.
Imagine Derek saying, all right, I'm going to work 2-3 jobs so I can open up my own property. But then I know after 5-10 years, it's going to hit. And then my son or my nephews, my friends, anybody who needs a job, I can now create that job for my kids or for my friends. So then now we can create our own type of economic ecosystem. Everybody thrives. But what the biggest problem is, nobody wants to be that sacrificial lamb because
Nobody
it might not
wants to
work.
be.
But if it does work,
Here we go, man.
Come on.
When
That's
it works, it works. But nobody
Gotta
want to
take
be
the
the
risk.
one who didn't make it happen. Like you took the risk. That's
you won't fail, bro.
Yeah, bro.
As long as you stay consistent.
You can't fail if you keep going. Like
You can't fail.
that's it, bro. Man, this has been
Episode.
This has been
Yeah.
I don't even want to say it, but
Yeah.
this might have been
Yeah.
Nah, you cook too, bro.
No fact.
Yeah.
We will like
Yeah.
I mean,
shout out to Derek, bro.
I wasn't
Most
even,
definitely.
I wasn't
bro.
even trying to be on the mic for real, cause I ain't want to hijack, cause
Most
look,
def. Yeah,
hey,
most
look,
def.
when y'all start talking about certain topics, man, that stuff I be passionate about.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I have the same conversation with my friends or some of my family members where we talk about this all the time, because it's like we getting older and we figuring out like we got to leave something behind.
Yeah,
We just can't just attain some shit for 60, 70 years and then once we gone, that's it. Like we got right. My son got to have some. My daughter got to have. My nephew, my niece, my cousin. The people that really want to have an impact in this world and want to change it, you got to leave them something to start with. I may not leave you $3 million,
No.
but I may leave you
something.
that property, like
Yeah,
Kayla said,
for
with his ranch, with his grandparents' ranch. I'm leaving you something where you can use it to do what you got to do. Cause we ain't gonna be here forever.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
We ain't gonna be
real.
here forever. But goddamn, if I can't, I gotta leave you
I
something.
gotta leave you something. I won't feel right as a man. Like I was telling my mom the other day, I was like, I won't drop every 300 design that I have. Like those are gonna be for my kids and my kids' kids. Like
Yeah.
if you don't do nothing, if you don't create nothing, you don't
got
do nothing,
something.
you got something where
You
all
got
you gotta do
something.
is just keep releasing them. Just release them periodically,
Yeah.
and you good. Just keep the ball rolling.
Yeah.
I want to already have the ball set for you rolling.
Yeah.
Just keep it rolling. Yeah, if you know you having tough times creating stuff, cool. Don't worry about it. I got it rolling
I
for
did
you
the
already.
groundwork so that you
Yeah,
can go
bro.
ahead and build something on top of that.
And there's nothing wrong with your kids picking up the groundwork. Like it's okay. Like okay, maybe they had it easier in that aspect, but in another aspect that you're not factoring in, it can be harder for their lives. Like having the pressure of continuing on the legacy. That's pressure in itself that you didn't have to deal with. You created your own legacy, so it wasn't a person's standard that you had to uphold. Is when you put into perspective. You know what I mean? So we got to give people. You got to give people grace with these certain things, man. But
Nah, you really do. You
yeah,
really
bro.
Y'all have inspired me tonight.
Y'all inspired me.
Gotta tell y'all this too, bro.
Most deaf.
I heard. I think Uncle Shannon. He might have said this too, bro. Hey, he dropping some gems, bro. He said this, and I think somebody else said this. But think about this, y'all. It's like all black men. Is that as a man, you may never meet your great grandchildren.
That's crazy.
Or your great greats. But whatever you do, positive or negative, will impact the rest of their lives.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, of course, as a man, we always told to be strong, keep going. But always think about this, Zay. Like when you're going through it in March, Derek, Kobe, even Sid, like, yo, I may not even meet my children. Who knows? Think about it. Nip, his son Cross, he only knew him for 2-3 years. So really, Cross doesn't know his father, but his father's legacy will have him straight for the rest of his life.
He knows his father through his legacy.
Bro, as a man, we always got to think about death. Think about life, yes, but bro, think about death, because we are not going to be here, to your point, Derek. So what are we doing? Whether it's these type of conversations, doing the work, all of that, because everything that we do has to exceed our lifetime. Ancient Kemet, bro, like think about that, bro. It's crazy. So today's time, bro, we are closer to Cleopatra than Cleopatra was to when the pyramids first got built.
That's wow.
So think about that in a paradigm, in a perspective of that we are still talking about what these men and women built 6,000 plus years ago. And they probably were talking and saying, yo, we just want people to see this in the next generation, not knowing.
We don't even know what they're going to do past that.
Like, what are we doing right now to where people will talk about this 6,000 years later?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, man, just always think about life, yes, but two, life is short. Think about death. What am I going to leave behind to
the holistic picture?
That's it.
The holistic picture.
And to the point where Derek was saying, like, about him chiming in, bro, like when people on a certain frequency and a vibration that can talk on a certain, that can match the level that we, I have 10 mics in here, like, bro, because that's what we always wanted. We wanted like a dialogue,
the vibe we wanted to create.
Yeah, bro. So it's always.
That was the point of us creating the podcast. Bro. Honestly, I was gonna speak to that though, like just seeing that everybody has a different perspective, but we all commenting on the conversation and starting to think about these things. Now, if we can just put our money where our mouth is and start to act on these actions, of course, I know everybody in this room, they're constantly thinking about these. But the reason why we started the podcast is because we wanted to get these conversations into our communities, into our family members, into the people that will even listen to us, and started to flow around so that even somebody we don't know will come up to us and have a conversation and say, hey, I heard this, then the third, or I've been thinking about this. Like, me and Derek have had maybe 2 conversations, but you wouldn't be able to tell by the dialogue that we're having on this show. So that's the type of stuff that fuels me. That's the type of stuff that says, hey, we coming in here this weekend, next week. Like, man, listen.
See, for season 3 going forward, but it's up.
It's gotta be.
What's so crazy about this episode? This is gonna be a reshoot with a guest.
Yeah.
That episode wouldn't have hit, bro. It wouldn't have hit like this, bro. And that's so crazy how stuff work out, bro.
That's because this was the episode you were supposed to have.
This was meant.
The universe made way for that guest not to be here, so that you could have this platform to really truly express like how you and Kobe want your podcast.
That's
to be.
real.
You feel what I'm saying?
Because this, I feel like these 2 episodes, because we probably gonna break this up into 2 episodes. These 2 episodes are going to be like the standard going forward of how we're seen as a platform. Like, people gonna see these episodes like, oh, that's what they meant to get
cooking.
This whole time.
They cooking.
No, now they arrived. You know what I mean?
They getting to that point.
You feel me? Oh, y'all see it coming. Hey, man, this has been a great episode. I only had one more point, but it wasn't like nothing.
We're gonna get to that next episode.
It was just about terrible fashion trends, like sagging and stuff.
Like fast fashion.
It might be part 3. Who knows?
Hey, bro.
We might have to break this up to 3 parts.
But I will say, I thank y'all for letting me be behind the scenes and say a few words. I appreciate y'all, because y'all brothers were spinning some fire. Y'all really got me. I was over here the whole time just simmering, like waiting to respond. Right, because I'm like, y'all talking about stuff that I talk about. And even with Kobe, like when we were having that conversation, when I think it was for what's his name? Nesbitt's not Nesbitt. The oh boy, that had the party. Not the party.
My man got 3 names, bro.
Jose. What did he call?
Nah,
Eric.
Not that one. When we had the trap gospel.
The
in
rapper.
Here. Yeah,
Nashby.
Hey, Nashby,
Yeah,
my bad,
I'm about
bro.
to say,
I didn't mean to say Nesbitt, bro.
Nashby got you.
Nashby, bro.
Nashby.
Yeah, when he had his thing, I know me, Kobe, and Zay was out there, and Caleb was out there talking, and we were just talking about similar topics about this. You know what I mean? So it's just dope to have this conversation with y'all.
We've had these conversations multiple times. I'm
Facts.
glad
Off camera.
we was able to bring it on the camera. Like I feel like this is the first time. Like even like our first season, we
Our
kind of got a
episodes,
glimpse of it,
but we didn't get into depth.
This is like the first time we really had the true essence of
And
this is what. Yes, this is it, bro. Like
this. Thank y'all for curating the vibe.
Yes,
like of course y'all thanking us for
Hey,
thank
yeah,
you,
like
thank
appreciate
you.
y'all.
Hey, how Nori do it? He said, "Give a round of applause. Give a round of applause.
Hey, he be trying to get niggas drunk on that.
Hey, shout out to Nori and what they doing on Drink Champs. We
Yeah,
appreciate
we
y'all,
love Drink Champs over there.
We start
Hey.
getting some wine on here, some champagne.
bro. I'm telling you, like,
Hey,
the thing about a podcast, what I always remind myself is, even in the times where I stumble or I misspeak, I'm like, it's a podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a
And we really
conversation.
being our authentic
Yeah.
selves.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
just
Because
know.
sometimes it's cool to edit shit out and to make shit glitz and glamour, but
But a lot
sometimes
of
people
times
need the
that-
real
that
product,
raw-
bro.
bro,
They
yeah.
need that blue magic.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
I stand by that.
You hear what I'm saying? Brand name.
I stand by this product.
Thank
Yeah,
you, bro.
nah.
I truly feel that. Yeah, I truly feel that. Yeah, it's been no guess, and I feel like,
Bro,
that,
2
that's what
two
I'm
hours
noticing.
without a guest?
I'm at the
without
point,
a guest?
bro. I'm at the point where I'm
Come on.
Man,
Bro, it's 10:34.
dog. I'm at the point where it's like, man, I ain't worried about no guests no more because I just see what we can cook. Like, bro,
Self-sufficiency.
yo, bro,
facts.
Yeah.
yo, and once people see that you're the sauce, oh, they come running in.
Oh yeah.
They come running in.
Yeah.
We ain't even gonna have to ask nobody.
Hey, bro.
Well, I appreciate y'all boys for having me on behind the
Appreciate
scenes.
it.
Thank y'all,
Appreciate
everybody
it.
that
Appreciate
you know, that's in the
y'all.
room, and thank y'all to the viewers. This has been another episode of Paradigms and Perspective Show. My dog Kobe, I'm Zay, got my dog Derek, Sid,
Hey,
Caleb,
man.
got the whole family here. We just been vibing. We've had this conversation so many times. We just been wanting to recreate it, and we finally did. I'm super excited for y'all to see this, watch this, share it with y'all. You got any last words? I'm filled with enjoyment, bro.
Yeah.
I'm in a rough patch of my life, and I'm just.
Yeah,
I
needed
needed
this.
this,
Yeah.
bro. Like
we
this
all
is
did,
so,
bro.
bro.
I
I'm
appreciate
telling you,
it.
bro.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Man, you just dropped it. Like, as a creative, when we don't create, we in our bag.
Yeah.
You got to
Do
create.
something.
Yeah.
Anytime y'all get down, bro, tell yourself this. I gotta tell myself this. Get your ass up.
Yeah.
Do something. Yeah.
Get to the
Real
studio.
talk. And that's why I
It
love
made-
being here because it just put me in the
Yeah, it
environment.
puts you in a better mood though. Every single time.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Next
Oh,
week
yeah,
is finna
yeah,
be.
so-
Before like the actual show,
Yeah.
we just gonna pull up. Do
That's a
exactly
bet.
What we did, have them sit down.
Oh, that's a bet.
Bro,
Let's
that's
do it.
yeah,
Say
I'm
that.
with it. Man, I can't
yeah,
wait.
I was about, they probably won't see this, but yeah, Copper pulling up. I'm gonna send you his Instagram.
Just send me, yeah.
Big time spiritual teacher. He's not one of those spiritual teachers that faking the funk and it's a lot of, but he's really one of them ones that showing the work, teaching the work, got the studies to prove it. He's tenured in this work.
I'm pulling up,
Yeah,
ready to
so
learn
it's
something.
up. We got some real
I'm not
knowledge.
afraid to
Yeah,
say I'm
free event. Yeah.
I'm a novice, so I love to learn. As you can see, like I'm a master student, but I still be, keeping up with the times,
Yeah.
keeping up with the slang. I guess from this episode, like he said, I be kind of in the dumps, man. Every time I come in here, it's good vibes.
Automatically,
like I
bro.
said, this is not no promo. This
Yeah.
is not no sponsorship. This is just me being very honest. Sid, Caleb, Derek, Zay, they all created a space for me to continue to, continue to develop myself as a person, as a father, as a podcaster, in the media world. I've always wanted to be invested in it. I never knew I wanted to be in front of the camera. But
You good at that shit, bro.
But
You really
I
are.
guess it is kind of
Yeah.
natural. Of course, they're saying it from their perspective. The gratification that they give us, the affirmations that they give us throughout the show, after the shows, has kept me coming. Zay staying on my ass, like, bro, when we gonna record?
Yeah.
But not even. No,
But
he doesn't have
he's
to
saying
anymore.
that, but I really don't be having to tell.
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't have to
yeah,
anymore. He doesn't have to. He doesn't. The first time he had to kind of
For sure.
but nah, he hits me up like, hey, bro, whenever you ready, and I tell him like, hey, I'm ready.
Did you see where this can
ASAP.
go? Yeah,
What-
yeah. It's literally
what I
nothing.
need.
Yeah, nothing, bro. it's up.
What I need. I
'Cause
I asked today.
Even
like,
what Jazzy told us, she was excited to meet us. I'm
facts.
like, dang, like
That type of inspiration.
Yeah, because she was like,
We
I've
didn't
been
know.
manifesting to work with y'all for a minute.
Bro,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna start happening when y'all just walking about. Hey, Eric,
Yeah,
you got some of
yep,
Yeah.
I saw you on the
yeah,
Zay, Kobe.
Yeah.
I love y'all. I'm telling you.
You see it now. Like I see it now nowadays where people walk past me and they don't.
it's on the
They,
local
yeah,
level.
they look
it's on
twice.
the local level.
They still haven't
Yeah.
they haven't said anything
Yeah.
yet, but they look at me,
Yeah, it's
and
like
I can
the
tell they
side
looking
eye,
at me
like,
like I
Yeah.
seen you before.
Yeah.
And
They
a
ain't
couple
seen
different-
nothing yet,
yeah,
boy.
nah.
Ooh, season
Hey,
3, boy. I'm
like I
calling
said,
it, bro. I said at the beginning of this
facts.
episode, I got something to say. I said
Talk
I'm coming
to
out
him.
like Cat Williams today, and I felt like Cat Williams today, boy.
Whenever
I ain't gonna lie
y'all sit in
to you.
these, you know what I'm saying?
Hey
these
man, like I
love-
said, shout out to 3 Millie because they created this environment.
I'm trying
And like
to
I
tell
said,
y'all.
and I feel like we all on the same frequency because my podcast, y'all podcast, and his podcast, and what Caleb does, like we all in sync. Like we all have similar
Yeah, we
conversations.
created-
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
We all did something.
Yeah, we
yeah,
creating a
you
network,
know what I
bro.
mean? Like
Yeah.
we all on that same wave, so it's easy to have these type of moments.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And to
Just full
end
circle.
off, you got any last points?
Nah, bro, I
And to
think I
end
said
off,
it.
I just want to touch on this point about not being transactional because that's one of the most important things you've told me, Caleb. And
Yeah.
I've understood that, but the way you break it down, much gratitude and appreciation because people like you don't. Once you start seeing people their true motives, you realize they're very transactional in their work. So
Facts.
it shows up in the quality of work they produce. You didn't really put your all in this because you felt like I was gonna get paid anyway. So it didn't matter how good I did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my money?
Yeah, where's my money?
Like it's crazy, bro.
It's wild to me.
Yeah, bro, so-
I do everything like I haven't got paid and I won't
Bro,
get paid.
come on.
I do everything like
That's
that.
Yeah.
Cause that's just the way I want to be. I want my body of work to speak for myself, for itself, and I don't want to have to explain nothing, do no extra explaining. Don't ask me why I charge the price I charge. Don't ask me why I do the things that I do. I don't want it to be up for any debate.
But why wouldn't you even just want to be able to move like that?
I mean-
like that's who why did everybody hey man. Everybody ain't the same. Yeah. It just ain't meant for me to be. It's not meant for me to figure it out or understand it because that's not who I am.
Yeah.
And boy, hey,
I see.
Much
who's
needed
on.
therapy.
No cap.
No
bro.
You know what I'm
cap.
saying?
That-
Like
that-
this helped me out tremendously.
Right.
Yeah.
See what happens though when black men come together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
see, don't make me cry over here. I ain't
She
over here
going
cutting
there.
onions?
She going there. though.
onions.
She going there.
Cutting them
Oh,
onions. Don't
man.
start that. Don't do
Say
that.
like- no,
See,
like-
because you know when a sister talk like
Yeah,
that, you know we
yeah.
fit.
It hit different.
Come on, it hit different when y'all
She
say
said-
that, man.
She said something
come
though.
on.
A
It
black
different.
man being vulnerable, it's
Yeah.
like it's so taboo to be vulnerable as a black man, and when you're vulnerable unapologetically, but still able to maintain a frame of being strong and
Yeah.
being masculine, not
Being
where
masculine
woo
energy.
woo. But I'm going through it. I'm being vulnerable. Space,
leaning on
but
his people.
yeah, I'm still a man.
Just said, bro, my therapist, Marcus. Speaking on that, bro, y'all gotta have him on the pod. Though.
That's a
He's
bet.
amazing, bro. Black man, but
Hold on, Taylor.
okay, cool. So hearing y'all talk, hearing Derek talk, Kobe, Zay, me and Sid actually already spoke about this, talked about this. My therapist, we're trying to start us like a black men's like mental health,
Okay. Ooh.
like weekly, monthly thing
Gotcha.
to where a therapist comes in and all of us just chop it up and it's being filmed, right? So Marcus, he's my therapist. Sid actually put me on to him like 3 months ago, bro. He's amazing. But man, he told me something. He said, as a black man, the best leader is a controlled leader, not a strong leader.
Gotcha.
And I was like, whoa.
Dang.
So, bro, y'all ain't never got to be strong. Like, being strong is toxic.
That's real.
Being masculine isn't.
Yeah.
But being strong, like, I can't feel vulnerable. I can't feel weak. Now, I'm not saying be like some dudes, which is my biggest pet peeve, crying in the camera
Oh, yeah, most
and then
definitely.
hitting
Please.
posts.
It's
Nah.
a certain, yeah, it's
Nah,
a
that's
certain.
real.
But stay controlled.
Yeah.
Feel what you
Poise.
feel,
Yep.
process that
Yep.
feeling, but also stay controlled. And, sometimes, as a leader, as black men, y'all can't show weakness publicly, which makes sense. But, bro, at home, amongst your friends,
gotta
be
let that-
controlled, but, man, be vulnerable,
Yep.
be open. So, yeah. So, the best leader is a controlled
Is a
leader, not a
controlled
strong one.
leader.
So, man, always have that in mind. I know March was a crazy month for everybody, but, bro,
March was something
tell
else.
yourself, man, be a controlled
I'm here.
leader.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Be a
Control.
control
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah.
Be a control
Control
leader, bro.
leader.
That's
Keep
it.
that poise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me,
You
bro.
said control. And I just want to say one quick phrase from one of the greatest MCs in the world. Pastor Troy said, keep your composure.
Keep your
So
composure.
be controlled and be composed.
Yeah.
Caleb, when you said control, it made me think of composure, bro.
Yeah.
Composure.
That's real, bro. Yeah. Anything else you got, bro?
They just left it
Hey,
off
bro,
on a
and
great
with that,
note.
that's been another episode of Paradigm Perspective Show. This is beautiful. Thank y'all. We love y'all. Hey, peace out, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, that was it, bro.